Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. A recent purchase of mine was this watch actually, and I'm going to do a short review on it. I have purchased the other black and white variant with the white chapter ring in the past on the rubber strap. If you're a regular subscriber to the channel, you probably know that already, and you probably watched that review, but I just wanted to do a short review on this one. This one actually has the oyster style bracelet. I picked this one up at Macy's actually. Had a few gift cards from the holiday season, and I have enough clothes, so I really didn't know what else to buy. So I picked up one of these. They do sell them at Macy's, and usually they're like $300 because Macy's sells them at full retail. But they had like a 2-day sale, and these were like $198, basically the same price, as all the gray market dealers on, online, such as JomaShop and all those websites. So I figured I'd just get it in person, and yeah, here it is. This is a really nice dial though. It has kind of like this sunburst blue effect. And yeah, first let's start off with what's on my wrist today, then we'll dig a little deeper into the new Seiko 5 Sports Automatic blue dial. On my wrist today is the Oceanica Manta Ray. This is a release coming to Kickstarter mid-January, January 15, 18, somewhere around there. We'll be doing a full review on this watch. It's a really nice kind of value-packed, very good quality watch. And if you compare it to some of the other watches out there in the micro brand world, you would say, wow, this watch is a way better value and just as good or better quality in my honest opinion there. But anyway, this is the new variation, or the black variation. This is on the stretch goal, not the stretch goal, the early bird. Comes with this nice genuine rubber tropic band with a nice custom buckle there. As you can see, the Stingray on the case back. It's a dive watch ceramic bezel, applied markers BGW9. You get BGW9 on the ceramic bezel as well. 200 meters of water resistance, Miota 9015, a really nice crown. Everything's really nice. And yeah, about $320 US shipped to your door. So I think it's a pretty good deal. I will drop a link to them in the description below. Of course, you do get a sapphire crystal as well, which is a given with this brand. I reviewed pretty much every watch they had. And yeah, all of them pretty much are spec'd out to the max. Yeah, you can sign up for their newsletter. That's the only way to get one of the early birds. They will send you an email. And let's get on to the SKX. Now myself, I was a big fan of the SKX007 and the SKX009 for quite a long time. I've owned about 6 of them in my life and sold all of them in the end. And there's a good reason. Pretty much all of them had quality control issues. They had misaligned bezels, stripped crowns. Sometimes the bezels would just stop turning. I had all kinds of problems with those watches. Purchased from authorized dealers, purchased from gray market dealers. I just kind of gave up and sold them all. I had a turtle which I kept, and I got sick of that, and I sold that as well. I do flip a lot of watches, but this one just really caught my eye with that nice blue sunburst dial, and has a nice blue aluminum bezel. No ceramic on this, keep that in mind. Seiko, you got to start using ceramic because every other brand is doing it. Anyway, this model, of course, is kind of the model that came after the SKX, as the SKX is discontinued. This kind of has everything that we want without modding our SKXs, right? So we get an automatic Seiko 4R36 with a day and date complication over at the 3 o'clock position. We get hand winding, hacking, and we get a kind of a better bracelet, I'd say. I don't know. The old Jubilee bracelet was kind of cool. Obviously, this is a little better quality. Kind of still sucks, though, to be quite honest with you. But the case is just as good. The bezel action is just as good. And we do get applied markers now, which is nice. Same great Lume as well. Some basic specifications. These ones are only 100 meters water resistant, though, compared to the previous ISO certified, which is, in my opinion, a bunch of crap because, no one's really taking these SKXs diving. And, if you can't even screw the crown down on the SKX, how can it be how can it be ISO certified? Like, your crown doesn't even function correctly. Like, would you really trust it diving? I'm sure most people are very happy with it. Maybe I was just extremely unlucky, but those watches had horrible quality control issues, especially the Malaysian-made ones, which I kind of did pretty much buy. Anyway, this watch is 13.4 millimeters thick, solid 316L stainless steel case, pull and push crown, no screw down crown. And I think the reason why they did that, well, considering most Seiko 5s do not have, screw down crowns, but I think they were having problems with their crowns. They weren't functioning well. But anyway, so we get a thickness of 13.4 millimeters, case diameter of 42.5 millimeters, lug to lug 46 millimeters, very compact fit. The polishing on these sides is pretty good as well. You get spiral brushing on the crown there. You get not a double coin edged bezel, I should say, which has little polishing on the little parts, which is pretty cool. No solid end link bracelet, but it is brushed. I must say the brushing on the bracelet is not as good as the case. If we head to the other side of the watch, it's completely polished. And a nice thing that they added is drilled lug holes, which is really cool. 22 millimeters on the lugs here. But as you can see, we get drilled lug holes. So if you want to change straps, it's really easy now compared to the previous SKX007 and the 013 variant as well, the smaller one, which did not have drilled lug holes. But as you can see, that blue right now is really quite stunning. And the applied markers also look really good. We get the same set of hands. They changed the 5 logo, the new Seiko 5 logo, so I kind of appreciate that. I really did not like the 5 Sports when they printed that on the actual dial. Pretty typical blue chapter ring. Yeah, let me show you how the movement functions, the bezel action, and we'll take a look at the exhibition case back as well to see what they've done with the rotor. So this movement, we do get self-winding. Pretty easy to wind, I must say. Actually, these crown guards kind of do get in the way though. You kind of got to come in straight like this and then wind it. But it definitely is very usable. We get one position out. We can flip through the month, or the day of the month, day of the week here. 2 different languages, Monday. Final position, we can get hacking here. We can set the time. I'm going to show you that 5 logo, as you can see there. Yeah, there it is. The little 5 logo, which is kind of sideways. I don't know, I kind of prefer it over the 5 Sports logo. As you can see, it does say Japan down here for the movement. And as I was stating, they did do something with the movement. They put a custom Seiko rotor on it with an exhibition case back. Mineral crystal on the case back. We get a mineral crystal on the front as well. Really would have liked to see sapphire on this. That definitely would be an upgrade. But if I get you a little closer here, they did do a custom Seiko rotor. And they printed some basic specifications on the screw down case back. Now the bracelet's an oyster bracelet. It's using pins. It's not the greatest bracelet. It is wearable. It is usable. You don't have to change it. But personally, I might change it to one of those strap code ones. Coming up in the future, as you can see, stamped clasp here. The buckle isn't bad, signed with Seiko here. Snaps in. It's very secure, I must say. You do get 4 micro adjustments, which is pretty nice. I was able to get a pretty good fit. So, yeah, not the greatest bracelet, but, there's always options. Get 120 click dive bezel, pretty much the same action as the SKX. And does it line up? If you smudge it, it lines up. Like if you push it all the way here, no, it doesn't line up. But if you move it a little, because there's a little play, it does line up. So it's not misaligned. There's just a little play in the bezel. Now I want to check out the Lume. The Lume should glow green, just like Lume Bright. And let's see how bright it is on this model. And there's the Lume shot. And yeah, I was expecting great Lume. The Lume is really nice. Just as good as the SKX. Very nice and bright, evenly applied. What you would expect from a Seiko dive watch. Or should I say dive watch? It's only 100 meters. We can call it a dive watch because it looks like one, right? One thing they did remove is the Lume pip on the bezel. So a lot of people really don't like that. I really have no issue with it, to be quite honest. But as you can see, that Lume is really potent. There she hails on my 6.5-inch wrist, and it fits perfectly. To be quite honest, the bracelet is comfortable. It does not pull my hair. The clasp, it fits nicely without that dive extension. I really hate when Seiko adds that dive extension. For my wrist, it really wears weird. I don't know about you, but I hate when they put the dive extensions. But yeah, it definitely really looks nice. That nice blue, really stunning color there. Fits perfectly end to end. Very comfortable, very flexible as well. And like I said, the bracelet is not the greatest quality. It is comfortable though, just like the Jubilee was on the SKXs, but you can always swap it out. So furthermore, guys, what do I think of the SKX or the 5KX, the Seiko 5 Sports Automatic? Well, there are a lot of different variants, a lot of different flavors of this watch, limited editions as well, with some superheroes and cool stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. If you're getting into watches, you don't have to go through the pain of getting an SKX, and you have quality control issues. The Seiko 5 lines are much better made than the Seiko SKX ever was. I don't know why, but I've never experienced a Seiko 5 line watch with a quality control issue. I never have. I've owned about 15 of them in my life. Never an issue. So, it must be something just with Seiko. and not the Seiko 5 line. Maybe they're produced in separate locations, and who really knows, to be honest. Anyway, I think it's a great watch for the money. You know, for $198, $180, you're getting that 4R36. You're getting a really nice dial. Downfall, you get a mineral crystal. You don't get a ceramic bezel insert. You don't get 200 meters of water resistance. You don't get that loomed pip. And the bracelet sucks, but it's a Seiko, so you're going to deal with it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of this watch. Do you own one yet? Do you own the SKX? Do you like the SKX better than this? Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Definitely subscribe. Throw the video a like. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you real soon, guys. Bye.